states something that a lot of people consider really obvious, but it's obvious because they're used to the term. They're obvious because they work in the book industry. Fiction versus nonfiction. Fiction means you've got a made-up story. So novels are fiction. Usually children's stories are fiction. Then there is short stories and all of the made-up stuff. You got tons of genre fiction. You've got romance novels and westerns and all of that, right? It's made-up stuff. It requires creativity. It requires, coming up with a brand new world and putting it out there. And there are plenty of houses that specialize in fiction. You want to find a publishing house that focuses and specializes in fiction. Nonfiction means that it's a true story. So what are some of the nonfiction variations out there? There's memoir, there is how-to books, there are, I should use proper English, there are inspirational books, there are journalistic studies on a given topic. There's tons of nonfiction, but what all nonfiction have in common is that it is based on the truth. It is considered true. So why am I having this conversation? Summit Press Publishers gets probably 10 book submission, book description submissions every single day. And we go to great pains to let people know that we deal with nonfiction books. So somebody might say, hey, my book is nonfiction, and then they go on to say it's a story about aliens landing in a faraway land and kidnapping people and, launching them into 2090. Like, unless you got some real excitement in your backyard, I'm guessing that that's a made-up story, and that would be called fiction. So why don't you want to submit your novel idea or your short story idea to Summit Press Publisher? Why do we recommend you pay attention to the fact that we deal with nonfiction? Number one, we want to be really good at what we do. We want to be really, really sound and produce beautiful nonfiction books, not only for our authors, but for our readers. If you got a fiction book, you want it to be in a house that specializes in fiction because you want editors who understand fiction. You want the layout crew who really understands how to make, fiction come alive on the page. You want really great cover designers that specialize in fiction. So, kind of a word of warning, if you've got nonfiction, send us your book submission. Give us a description of what it is and why you want to write it. If you've got fiction, you don't want to send it to us. It's not that we don't love you. We do. Just the wrong fit.